Ah. All right, what is happening, guys? What is happening? It is Craig Harris, the black man in the green chair, aka the Messiah of X. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Monday, for it is April 30th, 2018, and you are here in Craig's Corner, or on Craig's Corner, whatever you want to put. Appreciate everybody joining me. Shout out to everybody that's here. I haven't been able to come over to the chat yet. Big shout out to J-Dub City, the Ash and Luca. Go check out the Ash and Luca's podcast number 11. I think she calls it the Scumcast or something like that. But go check that out. I was listening to that, so that's why I'm running a little bit behind. Great podcast. She had J-Dub. She had All Day Digital. She had a host of people on there, so go check that out. If you haven't subbed to her, go sub to her channel. Keep it clean, guys. It's okay to disagree. Don't have to be disagreeable. So, but go check that out. Also, go check out my main man, Lincoln Clay 670. That's it, Lincoln Clay, KLAY 670. Try to go check him out and sub to his channel because he's kicking out some new content. But what is going on, people? I got a couple topics here. So from the East Coast to the West Coast, welcome. If you're somewhere else around the world, appreciate you being here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I was able to get over to the chat. So what's going on, Danny Ruiz? How you doing, sir? So, yeah. So what's going on, Chris Cobra Elite? How you all doing today? How you all doing? Yeah, it's I said 3 o'clock. So I'm pretty sure I put 3 p.m. So yeah, I never go at 2 o'clock. So what is going on? What is happening? What is happening? So Chris Cobra not on Earth yet. Final number, real quick, for the Avengers has come out. 258 million opening weekend, biggest opening weekend in the history of movies. So shout out to everybody that went. You made history. It's an actual number now. Yesterday, I believe it was an estimate at 250, and came in at 258 point something. So shout out to everybody that was able to go see it. Another big shout out to Carlos Fernandez. What's going on out there, brother? Hopefully you're doing well. Ryan the Professional. Shout out to everybody. King Thrash. The Sick Humor, Fatal Mephisto, Rand Althor. What is happening? What is happening? So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I'm playing God of War now. I'm traveling to something called Jotunheim, I think that's what it's called, or Jotunheim. So about to go there, get that key and everything. So what is happening? It's 2 p.m. in North Dakota. No, it shouldn't be. It should be 1. Well, yeah, they're in the Central Time Zone. So yeah. All right, cool. All right. So are you in North Dakota? Really? Is it possible to put their link of the channel in the? I should have done that, and I always think about that last. So I mean, which is my fault. Yeah, I'll start with that. Shout out to Matt's Gaming. If you all don't know, Matt's Gaming sold his Xbox X, and so he said, shout out to him. I just tweeted with him earlier. And he's a big old performance graphics guy. So the best place, again, if you are that kind of guy or gal, the best place for you to be is on PC. I mean, you get the allotment of all that sorted out. So shout out to Matt's Gaming. What made that video kind of sad in a way, I don't know if you all watched it, is that he started off with a semi or pretty much an apology to what's going on and why he sold it, because he was literally trying to mitigate people for trying to go in on him, which I think is crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. So I mean, you're a grown man. It's his stuff. Again, if somebody buys it for you, I can appreciate that. But man, oh man, I've never seen anything like that before. So I'd be like, if somebody buys a game or gifts you a game or something like that, they say, "Hey, I'm gonna shout out to my man Trey BK." And when he's donated for me to go ahead and get the DLC for Elite Dangerous, he just wanted to make, he wanted to see me streaming it, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, that's why I stream Elite Dangerous and Land on Planets and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's just, I mean, the fact that he sold his Xbox. And again, it's just not. I'm telling everybody this who doesn't have an X, it's not worth it in the sense that you can go ahead and pay another $150 to $200 and get what is those things called, a pre-built PC or something like that. You can do that. So yeah, you can do that. So something happened to Ice Ninja. Is that Ice Ninja Network? So, yeah, shout out to Porter Rock 77. His podcast comes back Saturday. I'll miss it because I have a funeral to go to. But I've got a funeral to go to on Thursday. That's my aunt. And then on Saturday, that's my uncle. So that's, I got to work 2 days and I'll go to a funeral in 2 days, so it's unfortunately. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if that's Ice Ninja Network, but yeah, if they definitely ripped it, him and his family. Definitely prayers for him. We're all gamers at the end of the day, and it's been a tough month, losing 2 people, Xbox addict, and then if this gentleman was a gamer, I ripped to him. So, but yeah, so Craig, do you believe there will any chance come to home console? I'll get to that in a little bit. The Cyberpunk news. Yeah, I'll start with Cyberpunk 77. I do believe that that's made by CD Projekt Red, but I can't remember if is that CD Projekt Red or is that Sucker Punch? I always get those confused. What Sucker Punch? That's Ghost of Tsushima, right? But yeah, you can go to I want to say pushsquare.com. They've got apparently Cyberpunk is going to be at E3, or somebody, they said that there's an IP coming that's going to be shown. Also, Remedy Studios is going to be showing their new game at E3. All this is starting to come out now, so don't know what it's going to be for Remedy. So yeah, I just started, Dion. Yeah, don't know what it's going to be for Remedy, but shout out to Remedy. I like Remedy games. I believe they did Alan Wake, and I'm pretty sure they did. They may have done Indigo Prophecy. So those are 2 of my favorite games. I haven't gotten around to playing Quantum Break yet. I need to find it used, go buy it, beat it in 5 days, and then take it back and say the game's garbage, or say I didn't like it or whatever. So your 1S is here to stay in the closet until you find something to play on. Well, shout out to Uncompetitive. We were trying to play Forza 3, and I just don't know how to invite people on that. I just don't know how to use that. That UI for me is just complicated. It used to be with the 360, you hit your button and it would say invite someone in the game. And either I did that and I just don't know. I don't know anymore. So I give up. So Sucker Punch is infamous. Okay, so they are making Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, so okay, that's Remedy game. That's fine. I mean, I'm not here to fine. I mean, it's more games is good for all of us. I think we all agree. So yeah, let me get back to Matt's real quick. I think the fact that he had to, what's going on there, Thomas? Appreciate you. Wow, Mr. Harris. Yeah, I guess I'm an old man. So my point is that he had to almost apologize in order to, and then he said he's done with the Xbox X. And so that was, to me, if you're gonna game, if you can get all their games -1, which is Halo, I believe. If you can get all their games on PC and play it better, if you're into the pixels and performance, then game on PC. I mean, I say that for anybody. I mean, not just Matt, but myself. I'm trying to get that together. Yeah, just like I said. So, well, 809, he has again, you guys understand, you have a right to your opinion. Some people think God of War is trash. That's their opinion. Some people think Justice League is great. That's their opinion. I mean, seriously, some people will say the Avengers movie that's out now is garbage, trash. Again, that's fine. Everybody has a right to their opinion, people. So, it's okay. The world will not stop, okay, because somebody doesn't like something or somebody doesn't think that the macaroni and cheese ain't got enough cheese. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But I understand. Look, it's a generation of people out there who never learned how to lose. Okay, everybody got trophies. Everybody got told they were great, even though they were trash, and nobody learned how to lose. So, and whether it's K Mega or myself or one of you guys in the chat or whoever, it's okay to not like something. Okay, I'm serious about that. It's okay to not like something. So, and you don't owe anybody an explanation but yourselves. Okay, that's all you owe an explanation to. You don't owe an explanation to. This is your money, and as long as you're happy, that's what counts. And if you're not happy, take it back. I mean, I don't know what else to say to guys. It's almost like people are looking for justification in what they buy. So they blame the media and things like that. So, but yeah, something called a CYBERPUNK 20. So yeah, but back to Matt's. Yeah. So shout out to Matt's Gaming. He has seen the light. The Xbox X is not what a lot of people thought it was going to be. And what's going on, Cycle Gamer? And so since Xbox X isn't what he thought it was going to be, then it's over with. So, all right, that Games One Master UK, that's a perfect example. He literally said what's on the side of the Xbox, that font about 4K. And then remember, I showed it on Windows, the Windows Central thing or Xbox Wire. He said that was wrong. And so I said, okay, where is your source where they changed it? Simple. Hey, when did they change it? And give me a link to the description. He never did it, and he's not going to because it doesn't exist. What's going on, Alex? So, what do you say, Matt's? You say he's mad? So, I don't think he's mad. It's not a big enough jump in the graphics, okay, from these games. And yeah, I mean, look, you got to understand, we got to go back to the beginning, and you got to really understand there's a group of people, it's not everybody, who still believe to this day that the only reason why the PlayStation outsold the Xbox is over what the games look like, over the 1080p, whatever, 900p. And even though we now have quantified evidence that, despite there being several games on the Xbox that looks better, the Xbox X still isn't outselling the PlayStation. Okay, the Xbox family, the Xbox One S and X, is not outselling the some PS4s, not outselling the PS4s. So, I mean, what you're going to see is them saying things like, well, look how much money Microsoft is making. Okay, the reason they're talking about here's why they're doing that. In case you all want to know why all of a sudden that became a narrative. Again, I said this last night. It is because they are afraid that Xbox or Microsoft, which owns Xbox, is going to come out and say, we don't need the console anymore. And so if they run around and say, look how much money you're making with the console, they feel like they feel like Microsoft will keep the console around. And what they don't seem to understand is that it's a service-based console at this point. I mean, again, they all are service-based to a certain extent, but when you're looking at games like the God of Wars and the Spider-Mans that are coming out and stuff like that, those games are they broke the Xbox community. I mean, that's a broken community at this point. They're talking about wait to E3, and you still got people in the PlayStation community saying, trying to play God of War. You got the ones that have played God of War now talking about they're going to go play Yakuza. The ones that are in Yakuza are saying, well, when I get this done, I'm going to play Detroit Become Human. Now, all three of those games I just named, not only are they exclusive games, but they're nothing alike. Yakuza is nothing like God of War. God of War is nothing like Detroit. Detroit's nothing like Yakuza. You see what I'm saying? So you could bring in three different kinds of gamers to your ecosystem to play your games. They're putting a variety out there for everybody. That's Sony's success. You know, so shout out to Ash and Luca when she said, you know, Sony always starts slow. She said it, and so did Hard 8 Times. Sony always starts slow, but once they get their stride, it's like a cheetah. You know, you see that cheetah and it's in slow motion and it's running perfect. That's the way Sony has always been since I've been gaming. You know, with the PS1 and PS2, they didn't have a ton of games out for those. You know, PS2 came out, and I think maybe there were 4 launch games for it, maybe 5. I mean, Call of Duty was out. Well, I can't remember now. That's such a long time ago. So, Fatal, yeah. When if you're doing one tonight, I can do it. So, yeah, I can do it. So, but it's my point to you all is that that's why they talk about the numbers now. Okay, so if you all are trying to figure out, well, why did all of a sudden these Xbox guys start talking about you know, how come they started talking about engagement numbers and stuff? Those numbers that you're getting from Microsoft, that's what shareholders talk about. That's what stock people talk about. You know, user engagement, hours played, how many people are sub, whatever you want to call it, you know. But, you know, I'm hearing more and more against Xbox people, you want to call them that, finally saying that the generation is over. Something that I said in 2015 when Xbox decided to put their games on PC, which is fine. Okay, you give the game more life. You know, you get more people have access to it, things like that. You can develop a new fan base. That was the end of the console thing. Okay, Microsoft was caving in then. So, but let me get to Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk is allegedly going to be an E3 this year. I don't know who has marketing rights. I don't care who has marketing rights. I will be getting this game on PlayStation if I'm not dead or in jail. So, so that's the way I look at Cyberpunk. I'm not for sure what it's about. I don't know if you have to be a punk to like it. So here's looking to see, you know, CD Projekt Red. Hopefully they do it well. So, but we'll take a look at it at E3. Again, I don't know if they're going to have it on. They'll probably have it on one stage, and then they'll have it playable on every stage. You know, but Cyberpunk's a multi-plat game, and you know, another thing you're going to start. I keep going back to this. Another thing you're going to start seeing and hearing is you're going to start hearing Xbox people try to claim that games that are multi-plat, they're going to start trying to claim them as exclusives, almost exclusives, because they don't have any exclusives. What's going on, Transformational Gaming? So, so understand that. That way you all can now anticipate this coming out of their mouth. That way you can just say, oh, okay, yeah, well, here's the reason they're saying it. And, you know, you move on. You don't have to go on there and say they're hypocrites, they're liars. Yeah, they're hypocrites and liars, okay? Their narrative has gone from power to AAA exclusives to Sony is showing you games that you won't get for 30 months. Now they all want the exact same thing. They want Microsoft to show what? A roadmap. Now, what's the roadmap mean? The roadmap means, I'm kind of getting off topic here. I'll come back to that. All right, Spider-Man PS4. So allegedly, Insomniac Games, this is from GearNuke.com. Yeah, GearNuke.com. The link is in the description. Spider-Man, you will be able to change the weather once you beat the game, because it is a character. I'm sorry, it is a single player driven game. The weather is already pre-programmed. Now you can go back and access different times of night, day, whatever, once you beat the game. You know, so, and this is something that was disappointing for me on Ghost Recon Wildlands, is that at least during the single player game, I never got to go in. I had to go in when you know, I couldn't choose when I went. You know, like in Metal Gear 5, you could either go at like 0200, you know, in the morning, or 8 a.m. or something like that, or 1800. It was something like that. So no, I've not finished God of War yet. So I'm hopefully I'm getting close. So it is getting challenging though. So, but yeah, I got my blades on him, and then I got that axe, of course, and he's saying boy. So, but yeah, so we'll move on here. So that's for Spider-Man. That's for anybody who's looking to buy Spider-Man. If you hear somebody saying, well, you can't change the weather, I mean, it's kind of like it's a single player driven game. You couldn't change the weather in Alan Wake either. You couldn't change the weather in that other game that came out that nobody bought. Damn, I can't think of the name of it. Quantum Break. You couldn't do it. So, you know, it's a Psycho Gamer, not yet. I'm so close. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I am in the game. So, you know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, so the big breaking news this morning was that Matt's Gaming sold his Xbox X. And he's getting something called a 1080 or 1080 Ti. So, Spider-Man needs a launch party with Stan Lee. Yeah, they're going to have a launch party. I think Insomniac already said that. So, but I want to address some things with Spider-Man. Apparently, there's a lot of people that still don't understand that Sony owns the Spider-Man intellectual property. They bought it for $7 or $8 million like 15, 20 years ago. And they're just in a shared universe with Spider-Man right now with Marvel. That's it. You know, that young man has played Spider-Man now in 3 movies. So I think he's got a 5-movie deal. So he's already, 65% done. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, he's going to play him again in Avengers 4. He's going to play him again in the next Spider-Man movie. And that wraps up, I think, maybe he's got a 6-movie deal. So, but that wraps up everything. Okay. So they have to start negotiating another contract. They being Disney has got to start negotiating another contract with Marvel. So, and Marvel and Sony, all 3 of them are going to have to sit down and discuss it. Now, Marvel was just there as moral support. Marvel still has the animation for Spider-Man, and they still have the comic book. So anything animated, Marvel owns, okay? Take that to the side. Sony owns all the movie rights. They own the licensing. So what happened with Insomniac Games is that they went to Insomniac Games and hired them to make the game, and Sony's going to publish the game. Insomniac is not publishing the game. So what will happen is when you turn this game on, it will say Sony, what will it say? Like Sony Interactive Studio, whatever it says, SEI or SIE, and then it will be followed up with Insomniac Games. They may have the game engine that they use. So pro sales in Japan. Okay. Yeah. Well, again, Kratos with the 4K thing. Well, you do understand that when you're playing God of War, that is a 4K game. The final output is 3860 or 3820 by 2160, whatever you want to call it. So it's just they get there by the checkerboard process. So more people are on the Sony side, more people are focused on how they get there, and the Xbox side, all they care about is the outcome. You see, it's 2 different narratives. So but we don't do narratives on this thing. So yeah. But so let me go into the PS4 exclusives. They break the Xbox community. What has happened is what happened was that Horizon Zero Dawn came out last year. That game looks so good. And that game to this day looks better than anything on the Xbox. And I've got an Xbox X. I don't want to hear people shit. So that game does look better than anything on the Xbox. I'm not here to say it's the best game. I'm saying it looks better than anything on Xbox. So what's going on, P3? The real P3. So I don't understand how in the world we got to this point. I was saying this last night, but what has happened is that, you don't hear them talking about resolution anymore because you can just throw these games in their faces. Has anybody played Detroit Become Human, that demo? That looks amazing. I mean, yeah, you can call it whatever you want. That game looks amazing. So, you're going to get in that Pro tomorrow? Cool. Now, what kind of 4K TV did you end up getting, Pablo III? I know you were looking. I don't know if you went out and bought something. or if you already had something. If you want to say it's none of your damn business, that's fine too. Don't. So, but yeah, Detroit almost looks CGI. It looks really, really good. So my point is that Xbox made a more powerful console, but because the Xbox community feels like they don't have nothing on there that makes them stand out, makes them feel special. I mean, those are their words, not mine. They feel shortchanged. So when Sony comes out with a game, they feel like they have a right to say we want that game too, and Sony's anti-consumer. So somebody asked me a question about Star Citizen. Okay, imagine Star Citizen is being made for PC only. Imagine a bunch of people saying that they want that game to come to console, and the fact that Cloud Imperial Gaming, whatever it's called, what's up 901? The fact Cloud Imperial is not going to put that game out on console. They're anti-consumer. Okay, that's what the Xbox community is saying. They're saying that because Sony won't put their games out for everybody to play, they're anti-consumer. Now, what's going on, Andrew? Now, why and what outcome did you all get for the Android thing? I can tell you this right now. The Android dies no matter what. Okay, he dies no matter what. So that's nothing that you can't stop that. So yeah, that is confirmed, the Infinity War. So, but so which ending did you all get? So you got the TLC. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was about to say what color gamut did you get? Did you get a medium one? I think that's a medium color gamut. That's good. So what's going on, Mod Gaming Neutral? Yeah, of course, at the end of the month, and I always change my mods at the end of the month. So I will be changing the mods if I'm not dead or in jail on Thursday. Well, I can't Thursday. Friday maybe. So Spider-Man will push more consoles. Yeah, a lot of people in the comic book world are asking about Spider-Man. So, but my point to you guys is that try to look at it like they want the same games. Okay, they just feel like they want the God, even though God of War has never been on the Xbox, never. Okay, just like the game Metal Gear, Solid Snake still hasn't appeared on the Xbox. Okay, there have been Metal Gear games, and I'm sure Solid Snake was on the Nintendo, and I think he's been on PlayStation, but he's never been on Xbox. Now, there's still, I mean, and people can say, well, what about Metal Gear 5? That was Big Boss. Okay, that was a prequel. So understand that it makes this for next gen for start to come to home console. I don't see why. That game is that's a huge game. I don't know how that would work. So yeah, I'll join you, Fatal. Yeah, I'll be going. I mean, but I want to. Yeah, I'll do that. So exclusives break the Xbox community. So games like when you started seeing this is with Horizon Zero Dawn. There was a fissure then. Remember what they're going to do, guys. They're going to say, well, the game has been downgraded. That's the first step. Then they find out the game's not been down. Same thing they did with Spider-Man. Then they're going to say, well, it's not my type of game. The game won't score that well. Then the game scores well, and all of a sudden it's wow. Look at Spider-Man. They're literally saying that because Spider-Man doesn't have any good games out, then then this game won't be good, or you all never supported Insomniac games before. Just on and on and on, on and on and on. Yeah. So, so you have people saying, oh, you're right, DJ DI Spartan guy. Yeah, insensitive of me. I shouldn't have said that. So, yeah, you're right. I apologize. So, yeah, come hook or crook. Let me say that. Come hook or crook. I'll put it like that. Okay. So, but overall, that's what's going on. So these exclusives have driven a wedge. Now you hear things like, so why you hear people saying stuff like, you hear people saying stuff like it's over, the generation's over, we have to wait till the next generation, just go enjoy the games you got now. This is what I've always said. If you guys there are people who still looking at it like tit for tat, and that's not what Microsoft is doing. And so you know, since that's not what Microsoft is doing, it looks like Microsoft is laying down, and they're not. They're doing their own thing, and I don't have a problem with what Microsoft is doing. So, and I've said that before. My Xbox is fine. Now, will I get another Xbox? No, no. This Xbox already can play games in 4K native. This Xbox can already dynamically scale game, whatever you want to call it. It plays movies in 4K, so I'm good. I'm good. So, a new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer coming out Wednesday. All right, well, I'll be at work. So, shout out to everybody that's buying it. So, you know. But overall, exclusives, yeah, that's why I feel that the exclusive games have broken the Xbox community, which, you know, they try to downplay. Well, exclusives don't matter, yet now they're screaming for exclusives. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's, yeah, that was, man, that was a short podcast, guys. I'm trying to, like I said, work on staying under 45 minutes to an hour. So, so does anybody have any questions? I'm going to do another Infinity War thing on where I think it's going. I'll probably do that tonight on my secondary channel. So, you know, I'll do that tonight. You can see What is Squadron 42? I've seen that before. So is that just a separate version of Star Citizen? Kind of like Eve Valkyrie is for PlayStation? You know, just asking. So my phone is going nuts. So there we go. Got a lot of draft talk going on. So there we go. Let me drop. There we go. So a single player portion. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, fine. Now that's possible, but we already have Elite Dangerous. You already have so you have Elite Dangerous, and you have shit fire. I can't think of the name of the other one. Eve Valkyrie. So you know, so that's the way I look at it. But everybody's different. So, but yeah, I would love to see Star Citizen on console, but I doubt we get it. But single player of Star Citizen, yeah, I'm certainly hoping to be digging in on that. Yeah, the X Thoughts are in full meltdown mode. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't realize how bad it was when I started looking at some of those tweets. You got a lot of heartbroken people. I truly believe that they bought the Xbox X thinking that all these games were going to just come to their platform. And what it comes down to, I heard somebody say that Xbox has never gotten a game. They haven't gotten their Gears of War, their Halo. I mean, those games defined, you know, Halo defined OG Xbox. Gears of War defined the 360. They don't have that for their Xbox One. I mean, to me, Forza is kind of their lockdown series, but that's my opinion. So, so Star Citizen it does really like it's one of the voices, or he's actually physically in the game. So, I mean, I didn't know that. So yeah, wow. Wow, I did not know that. Cool beans. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, that's about all I had. This was going to be a quick one. I'm going to jump on to Fatal Mephistos. So you all can come over there. He's got a podcast going right now. But yeah, I got to eat. I need to make sure my wings aren't burning up. So but yeah, so streaming wise, I probably won't be doing any game streaming for the next week because I got some stuff to do personally. So I got to go to work tonight, get my schedule, then, or maybe I can call a friend of mine to see if she can give it to me. So, but yeah, I'll try that to see if I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, see if she'll get back with me. So, but yeah, I've never understood it. So he live on Twitch. I don't know. I think he's on Twitch. Yeah. 4K wings. Well, they're just in the oven right now. I don't know how 4K they are. Yeah. I mean, I remember doing all that 4K stuff. People said I was hating the Xbox. So yeah, 4K wings with HDR. So so There we go. So I'll have to text her. So, but I think he's on Twitch. So, oh, he's on YouTube. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I wasn't for sure. But all right then, guys. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Like I said, PlayStation has officially won the generation. Everybody, go ahead and drink your glass of lemonade. Put your feet up in the chair. Whatever you want to do. It's over with. So, I have not finished with God of War. So, what's going on, uncompetitive? So, when I come back, you know, if I'm not wherever, come hook or crook, I am going to change the moderator. So, but I'm going to head on over there. I appreciate you all joining me. Like I said, this is going to be a quick one. I should have called it a Porch Light podcast, but I got some other stuff to do tonight. But just remember the Horizon Zero Dawns, the Spider-Mans, which I never understood why they thought Spider-Man wasn't going to be an exclusive. So, but it is what it is. So, you know, somebody's going to drink wine, not lemonade. Okay. Well, I don't advocate anybody go out and drink. I always say get some lemonade. So, but guys, that is it. I'm going to bounce out of here like a bad check. So let me get on up out of here. I certainly hope everybody has a good, blessed day. And y'all take it easy and y'all stay blessed. Take it easy. Peace.